Hi teacher leaders, I wanted to walk you through how to set up your website or your portfolio. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen with you to this. Alright, so I'm hoping you all have a Gmail account because that's how I'm getting this started. So once you have your Gmail account, go ahead to your Drive, select New, and go down to More, and then Google Sites. So once that's prepping for you, you get to make some decisions on what it looks like, which is probably my favorite part. So let's just get started because I know you want to. So here you're going to want to say, Jenna, you won't say this, but I am Jenna Ackert's portfolio, what you call it, teaching portfolio, whatever you want. Set that. I just typed right into that. Let's change the image. You can select one of your own, or you can select one that they have. Let's get that one. It's probably one of my favorites. And it does that adjustment for you. I don't know if you saw that. And it can remove it, or you can fix it for you and remove. I'm going to leave it because I think it's making it better. So we'll do that. All right, for the outline of what they said they recommended, I'm following the guidelines here. This was the, oh, I'm sorry, let me share that page real quick. Let me share this outline with you. It's called the Professional Teaching Portfolio Outline. And what I did was I just read through the directions here, and then I created 4 sections. I thought it was strange that Evaluation 4 was separate from the other ones, but we'll just leave it. And when we're done with this, you can rearrange these any way you want to. And it will be super easy because you will know how. All right, let me close this one, and let's go back to, let's see, desktop. Okay, so I'm hoping you're seeing this again. All right, so now I have the front page of my website, and I'm going to add 3 pages because it told me we had to add pages for this assignment. So I'm going to move my cursor over there. So here's my home, and then you can add pages by creating a subpage. That's what we're going to do. Clicking those 3 dots, and that means it goes underneath there. And so I made a little trick one right here. So students learning, I believe it says content. I'm going to send this to you anyway, but I thought I'd show you how to make those pages first. So students learning, put a comma there, the Oxford comma, and content knowledge. So I recently made one of these, and it was a lot of fun and really simple. So now we have a second page. So I have my home, which you saw with my name on it, and try not to touch it while it's working. So here's my home page, and now I have students learning and content knowledge, and it just types it right in there for me. So I can change that or set that, and so to do that I went to pages to make a new one, and then I'm going to make another one, create another subpage, and I forgot it already, instructional practice. And click done. And I have a third one, content knowledge. So let's go back here. Sorry, I'm switching pages here. Back to create a subpage. Content knowledge. All right, and last but not least, professionalism and continued, I want to say learning, continued growth. Okay, so professionalism and continued learning. Create another subpage. Oops, didn't work. Professionalism. Oops. Professionalism and continued growth. All right. So now I have the 4 sections that they asked. So we can see this first one we're going to have to do some changes on that one. So let's click that top. There's 8 little dots there. I'm just going to pull that out. So professionalism is one word. Okay, and then we'll recenter it. Shows you those lines, which makes your life easier. And maybe I want an ampersand here instead of the word and. I think that looks good. Okay, so now I have my 4 pages that they said they wanted to do, or they recommended that we do. So I'm going to switch back to my one that I have completed, and I'll just show you what I did and how to do it. So I suggested that you add your name here on your home page. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You click those 3 dots again and rename page. So Jenna Acker. And now I have those underneath it. And so developing my practice is what I call this area. So you're going to want to talk about yourself, a brief biography, a professional picture. I think that's optional. I don't know if I'd recommend that. I know one lady wasn't at one point. And then make sure you delete the message and any rationale that you have. I try to see if you guys could copy this and just put your own stuff in, and it will not let you copy. So you have to make your own, but I'm showing you how to make each one. So I would just brief biography here, and maybe some goals you have and continued learning goals as well. So under my students learning, the expectation for this one is that you are going to go ahead and put your clinical practice evaluation 1, 2, 3 in here. This one they wanted it to have its own, so I'll just delete this. They also want you to have a rationale for this section. So, and reflect upon what you learn. I would reflect upon what you learned from each one of these evaluations. And then sample artifacts. Artifacts may be products that you created prior to this course or this course, or even in your student teaching experience. I had one student that she had to create a board every month, I think it was, or maybe it was every week, of her students' work in the hallway for everybody to see. So she made sure to take a couple pictures of each one of those and put that in her portfolio. And I think she actually had a paper one. So you also want to take any pictures of the classroom of things that you did with your students. Please note that if you take pictures of students, you need to have permission. This is on a website, so you have to be very careful with that. I know what we did over at one of the schools I was with at Murphy, that my students were working with kids, and they covered the kids' faces with turkeys and took their pictures of the turkeys that they created. You could do that with Valentine's coming up, or if it's in fall, you can do it with or presents coming up too, or you could do it with turkeys as well, or even pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. So lots of options there. So you're going to go ahead and delete. If you want, you can even copy this and put it in your section so you know what in your website, so you know what you want to have in it. And then to create this, I just went ahead to insert, and then I just hit text box. And once you create that text box, you can type right in it. One of the things that if you don't want a text box here, you want to delete it, and that's that trash bin. One of the really cool things I recently learned, let's say I really like this section here, and then I can hit duplicate the section, and it will make that section at the very bottom. So if there's something I want to say, like maybe, oh, I wanted this to be 4, so I wouldn't have to write the whole word out. But I thought that was really cool. This painting thing gives it a different color and emphasis for or style. So we'll just do emphasis 1, so it turns it that gray color or the blue color. And depending on which sort of theme that you choose, that's the type that you will have. So lots of choices here on this Google or Google website. Anyway, really, really great. So I'm going to send you this in addition to that, this completed one, so you can move these here, know exactly what you need in each one. You can see each different section that you need to have. In this one, you need costume management philosophy. your step, all your completed document, and then any artifacts again that you would want, and then your classroom management philosophy. So I think that's what I asked you this week, was to go ahead and think about what are some things that you're seeing at your school, and then don't tell anybody, but I'll ask you what your thoughts are next. And then the step template. This will be for number 4, your 4th evaluation. And then this last one, professionalism and growth. You can do professional disposition statement assessment, your philosophy video reflection, professional growth plan, and then you'll want to add your resume here. And once again, any of those artifacts. So then these dispositions, you're going to put with your dispositions with the standards. So let's make sure that we get those in there as well. When we get closer to that time, I'll go ahead and add to this video, but I just wanted you to know how to set this up. I hope this was helpful. If you have more questions, please let me know, and I will give you access to my website that you can, don't change it, but please copy and paste anything if you want to leave sections in there for yourself, and know that you can change this and have lots of fun, and it looks fairly professional as well. So on this one, I went ahead and put the coffee looking meeting sort of thing. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Please let me know, text me or message me if you have any questions.